Comfy Mumu. Hi Fuchan, it's okay to read. I'm a silent watcher, but months ago I told you I was fighting anxiety, and you said really nice things to me. Since then I was able to send some comments, go outside, and I even have a job. Sometimes a word of support is all you need. So thanks. That's so sweet, Comfy Mumu. Congratulations on everything. Yeah, and you don't have to like be super social, that's the thing. One step at a time is all that matters. You got a job, that's incredible, that's a big step. Having something that unfortunately you're like forced to do in social situations does actually kind of help sometimes. But I'm glad you were able to like send comments and be more comfortable that way too. That's awesome to hear. Thank you for being part of the sheep pile, and I hope you continue to have a wonderful time. Man, people being so cute. Fight me. Fight me. So I always try to say nice things to my friends. Maybe random, but you never know if those random words will help them to get through their days. That is so fucking true, Ageho Snow. Like, honestly, you never know who is having, like, the worst day of their life when you see them. You see someone just, like, on public transport, they look like they're fine, they're wearing, like, fancy clothes, they look serene, they've got headphones in their ear, they look fantastic. Before all you know, they've just lost a loved one, or they've been given, like, a terrible medical diagnosis, or they just have chronic pain, and they're just hiding it from everyone. Because people do their best to look confident and calm in every situation they can. And you never know when somebody's just being an arsehole to you. Is it just because they're having a bad day and they're dealing with their own shit that they're going through? Unfortunately, they sometimes do pass that shit on to other people. It takes a very strong person to not let things like that actually get to them and weigh them down and end up like blowing up on other people. Unfortunately. Work at the hospital, I see that every day. Oof, pain too. Yeah, just random people, you never know. Oh, the strongest you could be is to be kind even in hardship. Yeah. It's one of the best things you ever learn in life is to just like take a second and compose yourself before you deal with someone else and like get your own emotions in order and be like, okay, let's try to be nice to this person. Because like that person just said, you never know when just like words will do something big. You never know if somebody's having a bad day, but you also never know if somebody's just having an average day, but they also don't get kindness too much. Like, I remember when I was like full on hikikomori style, I would only go out at night and I was like scared. Like nowadays, I'm still like, I hate crowds. That's why I loved moving out of London, being away from a big city and being like in a mountain. But I remember like one of the times when I first like, I had to get a job. That's what pulled me out of the hikikomori style and like the agoraphobia style and hating people in general kind of thing, was I had to get a job because we needed money in the household. And yeah, one of the best things that happened to me at that point was just going to a store and just, I forget what it was I was paying for. It was just like a corner shop in London, but then just having somebody just smile at me in such a nice way. Because that doesn't happen in London. In America, it tends to be a big thing. They have like the big, like the customer is right mentality. And even though they can occasionally be rude, it's mostly like, oh, what will it be? Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. In London, it's very much like the shop workers do not give a fuck. They don't look at you. And I kind of like that for the most part. It's like, just give me my item. I give you the money. I walk away. But yeah, that particular day, I just remember like somebody like gave me like a very genuine feeling smile and said like, have a nice day. And it was like one of the first places I'd been like during the daytime. And it was like, oh shit, that felt nice. And yeah, you just feel a bit nicer just about the tiniest fucking things. That's London. That's London town, mate. We have a heart attack on the street and people will be taking steps to the... I think that's just most big cities, honestly. Like, we've talked about it before on these kinds of streams. I forget what it's called. The rat population problem. The rat something. Where they did an experiment with rats where they put like way too many rats in way too small of an area. And like they just started going nuts and eating each other and giving up on life. Like if you had enough space for the rats, they were fine. They would like live healthily. They would each like fulfill social dynamics. They'd be fine. But yeah, when they put them in too small, a cramped condition area, they just started hating life. They started hating each other and they started murdering each other. I feel like that's very much city life. When you never get any alone time, when you never get any nature, when you never get away from your problems, like that many people who could be having a bad day influencing each other with their bad days. Everybody needing to get places real quickly because you're in a big city and everybody's in your fucking way. Shit happens. Shit happens. People hate each other. I hated everyone in London. I still hate people. But you know, that's why I live my life online now. Big city problems. Is it Universe 25? Let me see. Universe. Oh, I think, yeah, that was like the specific one. Yes. Okay, what was the behavioral sync? Describe a collapse in behavior which can result from overcrowding. Yeah. That was it, the Rat Utopia experiments. I was trying to remember. That was a wild series of experiments, man. Definitely worth looking up if you're at all interested in like crazy psychology stuff. This is why I live in the country. Yeah, it's nicer in the country other than having to drive like a bunch to get anywhere. Yeah, be nice to people is where this all started. This all started from, hey, be nice to people. You never know what kind of day a person is having. You never know what they're going through. You know, if you go out of your way to be nice to someone, you never know how much it will change their day and how much they'll do that to other people as well. Unless you continuously see someone being a dick. That's the thing. If you unfortunately have to deal with someone continuously and they're never in a good mood and they're always grouchy and rude to everyone, at that point it's a them problem and you can just avoid them. That's what I do. Just don't let them weigh on your mind. It's so much easier to just be like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I don't have to deal with you. That easy. That easy. If it doesn't spark joy, out it goes. Rats are adorable in my opinion. Hearing the experiment kind of broke my heart. I feel that. I know a lot of people that like rats. I don't like rats. I mean, I've said it before that I used to live in like a very shitty version of a Victorian house. The Victorian houses are very much like hardwood floors with like little things cut out of them for like the radiators and shit and the piping, and so yeah, they're basically magnets for rats and mice, and so fuck vermin so much. I do not want to deal with them ever. Tiny white mouse are kind of cute. How's your nunge mouse? Sorry. God, it's going in all kinds of random directions.